Good morning, my dear students. Now I'll take one demo problem on projection of solids using SolidEdge software. Previously, I had sent you video on pentagonal prism. In that I explained the problem, how to position draw first position, second position, third position. Okay, now same problem will drawn using SolidEdge software, and again I'll explain the basic concepts, how to analyze the problem of projection of solids, and how to do sketching when you're doing manually, and as well as how to do on computer. Both things I'll cover in this video. Okay, first of all we'll take a problem. The problem is like this: a pentagonal prism, 25 mm sides of base and 60 mm axis length, rests on HP on one of its edges of the base, which is inclined to VP at 30 degrees. Draw the projections of the prisms when the axis is inclined to HP at 40 degrees. This is the problem. So problem is like this. Which solid it is? Solid is a pentagonal prism. What is the base height of the solid? 25 mm. What is the axis height? 60 mm. It is resting on what? Resting on one of its edges of the base. It is resting on edges of the base. Resting on edge. And that edge is inclined to VP how much? 30 degrees. And the axis of the prism is inclined to HP at 40 degrees. So, as per the problem, he says that it rests on HP on one of its edges of the base. Means you have to keep the solid on HP, on its base. So that means what? The top view will be pentagon. Top view will be a pentagon that you have to draw. Okay. So this is first position. Now we'll draw it. I'll come to the software now. SolidEdge. I already opened it, so I reduced my time of video. See here, you draw as usual XY line, you VPHP, you name it. Then, okay, as per the problem, he says that it is a pentagonal prism of 25 mm sides. Okay, then first you draw pentagon. I hope you know how to draw pentagon. Previously you have drawn pentagon in planes problem, so you have to use angle method. So I'll choose the line command. So here I'll take a thickness of the line here 0.7. Because in the video I want it to be seen clearly. That's why thickness I'm increasing here. Okay, so 0.7 I'm taking. So I'll draw pentagon of 25 mm sides first by angle method, a usual method. So 25 mm, angle 0, use tab option 0. Then again length, you 25 mm length you provide in the length. Again it's ask angle, you give the angle 72. Then again you go for the length 25, 144, you double the angle 72 plus 72. So again 25, so tab minus 144, then again 25, so it is minus 72, right? So that is a pentagon you have drawn. Now you have to, after creating a pentagon, you have to reposition it as per the problem. So in the problem he says that it is resting on one of its edge of the base. That means you have to rotate this pentagon as per the requirement. So we are interested in the right portion of the object, so that it will tilt about which point, means which edge or which corner. So right portion is interest. That's why I am keeping the edge to the right and corner to the left. So in that way I will rotate now. Rotate command. You select the pentagon. So you okay. So he is asking for click for rotation of the center point. So I'll choose any one corner of the pentagon. So I'll choose it here. So right. So this corner I'll choose it. So I'll zoom the area so you can see easily. Now it is asking for click the point to rotate from. Means I'll choose any point on this line because I want this line. You see the cursor. I'm moving here. This cursor. So this line I want to be vertical, so that the pentagon rotates. Okay. Now here. So I'll take any point on the line or end of the line. I'll take it here. Then I'll rotate this one. I make it vertical. One side of the pentagon make it vertical. So here, before repositioning it, you have to make sure that in the ribbon bar, copy option should be off because original figure should not be there. Okay. So off it. I'll keep it here. This is the position. Now I have repositioned the pentagon. Now I'll move it or drag it. So below the XY line in this way. So conveniently below XY line you keep it. Now you name it. So I'll name it. So as I told you in the previous problems on solids, the naming will be done in this way. Usually base naming will be A1, B1, C1, D1. depend upon the corners, and top face will be A, B, C, D. In that way, naming will be done. So here in pentagon prism, I hope you can imagine 3D. So at the bottom base, I am naming as A1, B1, C1, D1, E1, and the top is A, B, C, D, in that way. So I'll name it here. I explained in the previous problem of video. So now here I'll type it A in bracket A1. It is a top view, and it is a A1 bracket complete. It is a B in bracket B1 bracket complete. So this is a C in bracket C1 bracket complete, and it is a D in bracket D1 bracket complete, and it is a E in bracket E1 bracket complete. Okay, so this is the naming of the pentagon. So here the letters coming in the bracket, they are of the base, and letters coming outside the bracket, they are of the top. Okay, that ABC is the top face, A1, B1, C1, D1 is the bottom base. Now I'll project it. Now before projecting, you should find out the center of pentagon. How to find out here? Now use a bisector. At least you have to draw 2 bisectors. Usually you have to do in the computer also and sketching also. You have to draw one bisector. Now see, I'll draw one bisector from this A1 corner. Okay, I'll zoom it once again. So here from here, I draw here a bisector. I draw. This is only just for construction purpose. Okay, I'll draw a very thin line. Okay, so here, so I draw the bisector from this corner opposite to the mid of the opposite line. This is one bisector. I draw another bisector. Say take corner BB1 or corner BE1, anyone you take. I draw another bisector to the opposite midpoint. So this is your intersection of these two will become the axis point. This is the axis point. You can see in my cursor here. Now I'll name this axis as a O in bracket O1. O in bracket O1. Right? So this is the naming of the top view. It is done now. Now you have to project it. Now you have to project it to get the front view. Okay. So I'll zoom this portion area where I want to draw. So this much is the portion here. Now I'll project. Use the projection line. I am using projection line. Actually, you have to use 0.1, 0.13. Whatever thickness he has, minimum thickness he has given. But I'm choosing 0.5 or 0.4. Why? Because to see the projection line clearly in the video. That's why I'm doing it. So I'll choose the line. So continuous line around 0.5 here I'm choosing here. So projection line is there. Okay. Before that, this pentagon, it is the top view of the pentagonal prism. I'll make it this dark. This is how much? This is 1. Now I'll draw projector here now. This projection here. So up to here, projector of A1. Then it is from E1 comes BB1, BE1 comes same line. I'm taking up to here. Okay, you draw it. The BB1, E1 comes on the same line. Projector here. Then here, from here, CC1, DD1 comes on the same line. You draw projector from here. I'll draw. Okay, up to here. Then, okay. So now from here, I'll draw. What is the height? Axis height here. He has mentioned 60. Axis height is how much here? Here it's mentioned 60. So I'll take up to here. It becomes axis point. I'm projecting up to XY line. It is a projector. Then from here it converts to chain line. Third line it is the axis height. The axis height is 60. Okay. So axis height is 60. Next, from here you have to create. Now when you prism, when you look from front, it looks like a rectangle. It looks like a rectangle. So I'm projecting its height. So the A1 is a longer side, B1 is longer side, C7 longer side, all is longer side. Height, what is height here? 60. So I'll use a line command. So continuous line. I'll use a 1 mm thick to see as a view. So the height I maintain how much? 60. 60 height I maintain. Then I complete this pentagon. This rectangle, sorry. This rectangle I will complete this. So this is the next. Here you can see here my cursor, you see the cursor here. BB1 is a longer edge which is seen. Behind this BB1, E1 is there. So this is not seen. So it is overlapped. So BB1 edge is seen. So from here I draw this BB1 edge it is up to here. Now I'll name it. And this is the axis point, axis you know. Now I'll name it. This, see, A, B, C, D, E. This is top face. So this becomes what? Here. This becomes A dash. Okay. And this becomes, this is the, here, C is seen, D is hidden. So C dash C dash in bracket D dash, okay, D dash. Now here this is the B in bracket, B dash in bracket E dash. Now here it is O dash, so it should be in bracket. Why? Because O dash is at the center of the face, so the O dash comes in a bracket. So O dash, this is the O1 dash. Okay. Now here at the bottom, A1, B1, C1, D1, E1 is the bottom base. So A1 is coming here. So I click here. It is A1, A1 dash. It is okay. Here see, B1 is seen, E1 is hidden. So in the front view, B1 is seen, E1 is hidden. So it is B1 dash in bracket E1 dash. Okay. Okay, now here C1 is seen, D1 is hidden. C1 dash in bracket D1 dash. In bracket D1 dash. So it is. This is the way of naming of the solids. Okay, now here I done solid. Sorry. So you keep the naming properly. So this is the naming I done. This is front view. You have drawn. Okay. Next, he says that now see here. If you observe the front view here, this particular A1 is a corner, and C1 D1 C1 dash in bracket D1 dash, it is the edge. So here in solids we are considering the right portion, bottom portion here. This is if I tilt it. If I tilt clockwise, see my cursor. If I tilt clockwise, is resting on C1 dash D1 dash. Okay, if I tilt anti-clockwise, is resting on A1 corner. So this is the single letter means corner, double letter means it is the edge. So I am tilting clockwise now so that it rests on edge. Here it is C1 D1 edge, and axis should make angle 40 degrees to HP. So how to do it? How to do in the sketching here? Sketching, what you have to do is that I told you have to take one point here. First C1 D1 point, convenient distance, you take one point here. See the cursor here, point here. From there you draw. Because axis height is 60 means it is the edge height, longer side height is also 60. From there you draw 60 mm line. Then complete this rectangle by compass method. Okay. But here in the what happens here in the computer, you have to just move and rotate. So what I'll do here is that, see, very easy method. So I'll use the move command first. Move. Choose the whole figure. Then I'll move it. See, move about the edge here, this corner edge here. I'll keep it here on the XY line, have some convenient distance. I'll keep it here. So when you keep it, you should make sure that its copy option here in ribbon bar should be on, so that original figure should be there in first position. So I'll click here. This is the position. So right click. So this is complete. Now I'll rotate this one. Rotate this one here in the rotator. Then I am rotating in this way. So because I want C1 dash D1 dash should be on the XY line. So here then this I'll make a center of rotation, and this edge, see here, see my cursor, this edge. Okay, this A1 should go above. That means I am rotating clockwise. Here. See my cursor or clockwise. So what I'll do, I'm choose any point on this line, bottom baseline, or it is the end of the line. I rotate at some angle. Now see here, very carefully you have to observe here. Now see here. So here there are two angles. You can see my cursor here. Rotation angle and position angle. Okay. If you observe here, when I keep it in this way, rotation angle is 0 there, and position angle is 180. I have to give the rotation angle how much? Here? I want axis angle should be 40. Axis angle 40 means what is the angle 40 means how much is the angle of this base angle that you have to decide. Okay. So here 90 plus 60 plus 30. It should be 30. Base angle is 30. So I'll make it base angle 30 here. So 30 base angle I'll type in rotation angle. Then I can keep it in this way. I want this in this position. keep it here. Now if you are in confusion, I'll explain here now what is why I have taken 30-degree angle. Now see here, this angle I want 60 means what? This angle, axis angle with this base, see the this there, this one angle, this angle between this base is 90. This one small triangle you can see my cursor here, this small triangle, right angle triangle. This is 60, this is 90, means this should be how much? 30. So if I maintain 30-degree of the base angle when I rotate this figure, and then only it will be, you get 60 here. Okay, so in this way. But actually, okay, we want how much angle here? We want 40 degrees. Axis, what is the axis angle here? 40 degrees. So here I'll repeat once again the process here. So now here I rotate this one, select the whole figure, or okay, whole figure, and then right. So what happens? So I take the center of rotation, this one, C1 D1, it should be on HP. Then I'll take this A1 dash corner as my rotation point. I'll click here. So rotate. Now how much I want? Axis angle should be 40. Means what is angle? Angle of base should be 50. Should be 50. So I'll type 50 here in rotation angle. So I make it 50. So this is the position. Copy option should be off. It is off here in the ribbon bar. You can see there. Then I'll click it. This is position. Now you check the angle of the axis with the this XY line. It is how much? 40. What you want, that you got it. So if this angle is 40 and this angle should be how much? Should be how much? 50. That means why? Because this is 100. This angle is 100. Axis angle with base is 100. Okay. So this is only to get the 40-degree angle axis. Easy method I'm telling you. If you what happens is that if you draw first axis line, then you want to transfer the figure. It's very difficult. I told in the previous video what difficult you'll get. Okay. That's why you have to rotate this figure along the longer side first, along the longer side. Okay. This is the second position front view iatron. Okay. Now I'll fit to the screen. Okay. Now it has gone too much. This figure has gone. Gap is more here. So what I'll do is that this adjustment also you should know. I'll move it. So I'll bring it here. Just bring it because I'm not changing anything here. So I'll keep it here. So conveniently I'll keep it here. So I'll get space here. Okay. Now I'll zoom the area, my working area. Now for time being, I'll remove this angle because I want to show it clarity, because you get clarity. Now here, when you look from top, so I'll show here, when you look from top here, okay, when you look from top here, see my cursor here, so this face is seen. This pentagonal face is seen. See my cursor here. This pentagonal face is seen. This bottom base is not seen. As okay, bottom base is not seen. Now what will happen here then? So what you do is that whenever you are drawing any view, top view here in second position or front view in a third position, you should be able to analyze the solid, which position is seen, which position not seen, so that you can draw it easily. Because in solids, drawing seen the hidden lines correctly, and to make it look like a exact 3D. So what it should be. So you should first analyze the problem, analyze the object, so that which face is seen, which edge is seen, which edge is not seen. In that way you should analyze first. So now here, so in the same way, now if you observe here, if I look from top here, this face is seen, pentagon. Is this pentagon? It is. Base is seen. This you can see cursor here. A, B, C, D, A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, base is seen. That's why what I'll do, I'll project those points first.